Can we talk? There are specific requirements in order to experience the next level of the planetary state of being. In other words, a frequency, another dimension that we refer to as the New Earth. We're going to talk about symptoms and who or what you are and how that all comes together and what's happening out there. How does that affect you as far as where you're going to transition into? You ready for this? Because this is so simple. And I'm going to explain it in this video. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube. I'm here to help you break through the fear and live an amazing life. Everything's an illusion. All of it. Everything. Everything. Except for the one singularity, but then that doesn't have a material world or planets or anything else. That is the source of everything of which it creates. You are one of those things. If creation is what you are of the Creator, then you are a creator. All right? I want to make that so clear. If you're in Manifest Anything, it's a free training. Free training. It doesn't even touch on how huge all of this is, but it will make it very clear for you of what is your power, why aren't you using it, how do you get past the fears, and then how we activate that amazing magic that you possess right now. I call it magic because it's so unlike what we experience here. We see these things that are unbelievable and go, yay, we go to Vegas and pay to see these shows, when we actually can do this without tricks. Now, what is the New Earth? What are the symptoms? I did a video. It was meant to be fun, and you guys got it. You totally got it. But it was meant to be fun because people want to know what they are. So I said, okay, are you a star seed? Are you a waver? What is that? The waves of volunteers that Dolores Cannon talks about that came here to raise the frequency of the planet, because planet Earth has been in a low, dense frequency, conflict and blame and judgment and, God, need I say more? So we had to raise the frequency, and we did this through, because we're all one, we did this through bringing in other energy fields within a matrix. So we have all those capabilities to do everything. But within the matrix, we have self-limiting beliefs. So we think this is what we are and that we interact within the material world and that that's it. Oh, maybe I think I have some manifesting powers and then I go over to try and get something in the material world or manipulate something. So we needed to get out of this lower frequency. I don't usually use no buts or needs on my channel, but we needed this. So some people have come here, some energy forms have come here in human form, some have come in other forms to raise the frequency. That affects the collective frequency and helps raise it so that you will feel different. Like an empath, those of you who are empaths, you tell me, oh, I'm feeling all this stuff. I said, how come I never hear people saying, oh, I feel amazing. Somebody wonderful came in the room. They're, the world is like, you have control over that too. So you have all of these gifts, all of you do, but you are affected by everything and everybody else. It's not just an empath, it's everybody. Every individual has individual talents and skills and abilities and all this stuff, but we all have the same capabilities, and all probabilities are available to you. What are the symptoms? All right, I want to make this so crystal clear. This is why I don't like to usually do the labels, videos of star seeds and all that stuff. And I actually said in the video, we don't need any of these labels. None of us really truly have the answers of what all that is. Because when we attach ourselves to what I am, then we become a separate entity that may even think we're better than somebody else. Oh, I'm a star seed. I came here with a high frequency, and oh, bless you, low beans. And that's what happens a lot of the times. And that's still the ego, and that's what I want to make sure you understand. When you attach yourself to that and you believe that's what you are and you're actually spending time on that, then your ego is still having to pigeonhole itself into something. Now the Buddhists always say to be Buddhist is to not claim to be Buddhist. If you claim you're Buddhist, you're naming something, and Buddhists don't do that. Buddhists are nothing and everything. They don't need names. Nothing out there needs names. All those angels and stuff, they only have that for us because we are in such density that we have to see things as separate. Now, if you are not behaving in that manner that you claim you are, I'm a star, oh, I always knew I was enlightened and awakened, and then you're out there depressed and judging and not forgiving and in anxiety and stuff, then I'm sorry, but you're not in alignment with that title you're giving yourself or you're claiming. You may have all of the list, what is there, 56 of them on there. I'm a star seed. Are you acting like one? This is what we're going into. 2022, this is what we're going to. Everything. Wipe the whole slate clean, 100%, clean it. No names, no labels, no separation. We are all light beings here making choices. We have free will. This is the Matrix game. Making choices, and many of them are dense. It doesn't matter because you as a light being that truly are awakened will have no judgment about that. None. You can have an opinion, but a judgment is different. Opinion is, okay, this is not what I prefer. A judgment is, that's wrong and that you shouldn't be doing that. And of course, then we believe that what we think other people should do. I've had people make comments about my hair and my makeup. Why? I'm supposed to act or do things the way you say I should? Why? That's totally the ego. And nothing wrong with that. It doesn't bother me, but it makes me realize how many of us out there are speaking without realizing how much of it comes from ego. And that we think what we think is right, and we have to tell somebody about it, okay? I want you to pay attention to that. That causes conflict. That's saying I'm right and you're wrong. Every time you do that, you're saying you're wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong. And that message is you're not okay. Oh, that dress looks good on you today. When you go into that space, every little thing you do and think and say, if you're blaming somebody else or coming at them, it's about me, you should be behaving this way, 100% is coming back on you. Why? Because we are that. That's a frequency, and everything, I want you to imagine, every word you say is a frequency now. It never goes away, cannot be destroyed. It was created because you were always here. You created something out of your energy field that's never destroyed. It's in the collective, it's in everything. I want you to think of everything as a frequency. That thought is a frequency. No label or I was this or I was that or I'm a whatever. Get rid of it. Let's throw it out the window. You had fun with it? Good. It's sort of cool because what I wanted to do is help explain some things to you guys who feel like you just really don't fit in here. And it isn't home, so you never feel like it's home, right? You never feel comfortable here. And that's real because nobody comes from here. Nobody does. There are a lot of people who feel very comfortable here because they are so into being humans and they've been so out of touch with that higher self that they are, which is not separate, it's still them. They are associating with who and what they are. So this is where anxiety, depression, all these things, because the world's not operating the way you want it to. People aren't acting the way. You want something from them. I'm anxiety. Why? Well, so-and-so doesn't love me or they treat me this way. 100% ego. I'm doing a spiritual butt kick today. You think? And I'm just telling you, no more. You're just way too damn smart and powerful. You're perfect. It exists right now. Everything else is the illusion. We're going into something so freaking powerful. I've had a couple of you guys, quite a few of you contact me, and you're getting this epiphany like, this is so much bigger than I thought. Oh my gosh, this is so much bigger. Everything's an illusion. The planets are. Heaven is. The angels are. Why? Because the higher you go into the pyramid of the singularity up here, the less there is. The less there is. There's less. No names. No material things. No nothing. It's just light. And then it's not even separate lights. Then it becomes one light. It's one light. Now, when you go to the other side, if you've had a near-death experience or you've had out of body, I've actually gone there many times, it will form as an illusion for you so that you can understand. Because if you went there and stuff was so way beyond our comprehension, you wouldn't even know what the messages are. So certain people will show up as bodies, the ones that you know. How would you know that's grandma unless she appears as grandma, right? That's why they look younger, because they can manipulate that illusion over there. And so I want you to understand that's all real, but it's customized for you. You might meet Jesus because you know it's Jesus, and Jesus is real. Jesus is an energy field power that is so high up there, way, way up there, that was here in the form of Jesus. Christ was in the form of Jesus as a human being, going through all the trials and tribulations that we have to prove that it can be done. That we can go into that higher level space of awakening that he demonstrated, because he went through teachings his whole life. He didn't just sit around like, he went through the learnings and coming from density as a higher light being, experiencing the density that we did, and showing what can be done. And he proved to us that no matter how dense we are, no matter how or what you came from, that you can achieve that level of awakening. And it's just 100% faith. You cannot doubt it. The minute you doubt something, you send a different message, a different frequency, and you stop the progress. This is in my teachings, the free teachings, and Activate Your Magic goes deep into this. That's going to be in 2022. What happens is you're sending directives to the universe at all times. And when you stop and doubt and whatever, you change the directive. And now it goes down here and says, okay, you can't. You won't have it. You're not good enough. And it's 100% coming from you, because you have that power as the one in an individual experience. Not disconnected. So every thought is connected to everything and everybody. That's why if you think about somebody and then they call you, they're picking up on it. It's not woo-woo stuff. It's going on all the time, 24/7. We are just so out of it that it's like, wow, like, no big deal, right? Because you guys are doing this stuff now. The Miracle Circle membership, come on over. It's like, whoa, okay. We just had somebody who said, please, she wanted her mom to be okay, who was in a facility, and they were going to keep her. Her mom was just petrified. And the student was fearful. And I said, you've got to come out of fear. You've got to come out of fear, because when you go in to talk to anybody, you will project whatever you're feeling. So you will change the situation. You'll allow them to change. I'm talking, I think it was like an hour, maybe a couple hours, she wrote me and said, miracle number 1. Clean bill of health, she's okay. We're sending her home. So not what they expected. And so I want you to know that all things are possible. It's so simple. You just have to know it. Direct everything to it. Quit labeling, pigeonholing yourself, because a lot of you, most of you, are putting yourselves in pigeonholes of not being good enough. I'm not beautiful. I'm not smart. I come from poverty, or I come from abuse. And what is that? And Landria, you had advantages. No, I didn't. I've experienced everything that everybody has. Maybe not in this lifetime. And maybe you were the queen or the king, and I was being burned at the stake last time. So let's get out of this is how things are. Because when you do that, you do it to yourself. You don't do it to me, because I see you as absolutely unlimited and perfect. And I know that if you practice the things that I teach, I'm telling you stuff, we've got story after story after story that's mind-blowing, that starts to become everyday life. This is what you are, and we're going into this right now, big time. It's already happening. A lot of you are experiencing it. We're letting go of everything, the stories, the labels, we're letting go. You ready to let go? Because when you do this, the entire planet shifts. Your reality, personal reality, will shift. So somebody can say, this is how things are. Somebody said, I'm a Pollyanna. If you felt you needed to label me as a Pollyanna to make that to make fun, I'm fine with that. I welcome it. Because I will always know. Because I absolutely have the knowing as do you, that we are absolutely perfect, unconditionally loved, and unconditional love. And that everything else is a choice and a creation, an expansion, and an illusion that allows the one source, which is you, to experience all the amazing things, because otherwise it would be damn boring, right? Be really boring. This is really powerful stuff. If you can comprehend this, even though your mind is telling you different things, if you can open yourself and say, I get it, I don't have to fully understand it, but I know that I just am. And I am a human being. So we're going to experience that journey. You're not going to be jumping off the roof, flying around, although you could do that. But you came here on a mission to experience being human. And we're fighting that. And we're battling each other. And I can't believe there's even chance that there would be a war on this planet, but it still exists. Why would anyone want to hurt another? And the majority of the community is totally responsible for that, because when we go to that higher frequency, that teeny tiny percentage of lower frequency energy fields that are causing this stuff, that are so entrenched in power and money and all the control and all their little doings, will dissolve. They will fail. Because they are in now a different type of matrix where we've tipped the scales. Not in conflict, but in love. And that's going to be the toughest thing for us to do, because we still want to hate, we still want to blame, we still want to judge, we still want to say there's somebody else and the rich are this. Nothing wrong with rich. A lot of great things you could do with that. It's all about you. It has nothing to do with what you have, what you don't have, what's happened to you. It's all about what you do at this moment, because that's all there is. And every thought counts. You count. You are as powerful and important as any other person on the entire planet. Everyone, including Christ, who said that. These things you shall do and more. Ye are all gods. Ye are all gods. I didn't say that. If you don't believe that, that will be your world. You want to join me? In peace, the meek shall inherit the earth. They only have to know it, project it, and then we have to take the action. We have to take the action. And it's fun. Enjoy the material world. It's beautiful. It's fun. Sitting in nature, taking a swim, getting rained on, watching a storm come in, sweating. We don't get to experience that stuff outside of these bodies. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. I hope you'll subscribe and share this. This is a high energy frequency, high frequency video. Share it. Ship it around. If it changes one other life because you shared it, you helped facilitate the frequency raising of the planet. This is real stuff. If you don't believe so, that will be your reality. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful. And by the way, you guys are seeing this all the time. It's over here now. Free videos. We're creating businesses that are sustainable, good for the planet, giving us freedom. We're bringing our families in to work on these businesses together. We're getting creative. We're having brainstorming sessions on how can we solve problems here on the planet? How can we improve things? These are free videos showing you how to get the training to start to take control instead of allowing that to control you. You are the creator. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. I hope you're okay with today's spiritual butt kick. Namaste.